remember like the basic concepts. Always try to keep your elbows in, okay? Always never moving too much forward. Try to always moving back. Keep your hips low. Don't try to apply pressure to the person because you're gonna get the guard strong. Try to always high your legs. Don't keep your legs close to the person's hips because it's easier to hand switch the grip to my ankle. Then like every time the person play De La Riva with the spider, it's hard to escape and the person has way more attacks, right? You always want to try to high your legs and be moving to be able to palm. Remember what I said about the palming. If you try to palm when you are stay still, like in front of your partner, it's really hard to palm. I always try to move as you palming to try to escape, okay? It's gonna be like a flow drills. The person on bottom is gonna play spider and is gonna try to get the lasso. So the person on bottom, let's say, the person on top you'll be moving side to side, and sometimes the person on bottom is gonna try to break the grip, like a kick and pull. Okay, make sure turn your palm and pull the arm into your chest, and you guys gonna try to get the lasso. Okay, what is the idea? The idea is training the palm, the time about putting your hands outside. So the first concept when you learn how to escape from spider lasso is when the person try to break the grip. When the person try to lasso, you circle your hands outside. Okay, to don't get stuck. Of course, during the fight, you guys gonna get stuck here, right? You need to deal with that situation. But the goal from the drills now is every time the person, when you try to see the person break the grip and try to bring the lasso, is pull your elbow back and circle your hands and try to make this grip outside, okay, on top of the leg, okay? If you get here, you guys gonna start over and your partner's gonna keep it playing spider. I want you guys moving back, okay? Keep it moving, try to palming. If you palming, the person is gonna try to re-grip and step in the biceps again. If the person try to get the lasso, you bring your elbow back and you circle your hands to try to get here. Okay? So don't try to just circle your hands. You pull your elbow back and then you circle. Okay? It's super important. Try to always move it back. You bring your elbow back and then you circle your hands outside. If you get here, you restart and start over. Okay? It's gonna be more like a flow drills. You guys gonna be moving. The person's body is gonna play spider, and sometimes you guys gonna try to get the lasso. When the person break your grip, you start to pull your elbow back and you circle. I feel the common mistake is this: look, when it's break the grip, you grab the collar. You grab the collar, you help the guy get the lasso. Then you're stuck here. When the person break your grip, try to pull your elbow back and create some tension. Do again. Break again. Try to create some tension here when you pull back. When the person get the lasso, you circle your hands. Okay? If the person break your grip and you grab the collar, you guys gonna get stuck in here all the time. Okay? So create some motion, kind of like a deadlift back. When you see the lasso, try to circle your hands. Okay? You're gonna start from there. Okay? Just you guys create this motion and start to warm up when you circle your hands outside, because this is a very important concept to escape from the spider lasso. Okay? Simple like that. Let's get partners. Let's go. 1, 2. The lasso is coming. You try to circle your hands outside. Okay? And I said before, sometimes you're gonna get stuck anyway. A lot of people have a very good timing, or maybe you're gonna have the grip in the collar and the lasso is gonna come in, and you need to deal with that. The first position gonna work, you'll be if you circle your hands and you get this grip. Let's say you circle, you have your hands outside, but the other side is still the spider, right? I just have the lasso out, but I still need to deal with the grips and with the spider grip. Okay? So the next position is going to be when the hands is already here, when you cannot circle your hands outside. The first position will be here, when you have your hands outside, and the person is stretched the other side, like this. So the most of the time the leg of the biceps is going to be full extent. I think the big mistake people do here is try to just throw the leg, right? If you try to go around and throw the leg, it's never work. You have two ways, easy ways to escape of this control. You guys can choose your legs. What I like the most when I circle my hands is placing my knee. I walk, keep the pressure. I like to walk to the side the person has a spider, and I like to place my knee behind the knee. Because when my knee go behind the knee, I release the pressure a little bit in the biceps, and then I can palm my hands. How are you gonna palm your hands? You can palm your hands under or over, like this, okay? I prefer to go under. So again, let's say you move back, you do a good job, and you circle your hands and you get here. So again, when you get here, try to go all the way around and make like an open hands grip, like this. The other grip a lot of people like to do is grab more under on the pants. When I circle, I feel it's really hard to go down in the hips. I just get here, okay, this grip. When I walk to the side, look at how I'm gonna close my elbow, and I'm gonna try to bring his leg with me. Don't leave the elbow, the arm open, like the leg open like this. Try to bring the leg with you. When I circle the hands here, and I start to apply pressure here, it's easier to break this grip. It's gonna give me the opportunity, few seconds, to do the long step, okay? As soon as I break this grip, so I circle, my hands is out, I'm gonna walk to the side of the spider, I'm gonna place my knee on top of the leg. Look how I don't throw myself like this. I place my knee there, and I use my knee to push. I palm it. When I jump over the leg, I break this grip, and then I hug the head. The hips of the person is gonna be in position already. I hug the head, and I long step. What happened here? The big mistake people who do here is let the person get the lasso back. Your hands is outside. You start to move to the hips, and you walk your hands to the floor, look. Right here. The person doesn't have the lasso anymore. You kill the hips. Look how my knee is in the side of the hips. And then I walk my hands to break the grip. Okay? And then you have the pass. So the timing of the position is the most important. You circle. Your hands is out. The person always going to extend this grip. Okay, you keep everything tight here to don't let the person re-lasso or break this grip. You walk to the side, you place your knee on top of the leg. As you jump over the leg, you break the grip, you hug the leg, the head, try to go as deep as you can, and you long step. Look at how my head, I'm gonna touch my head in his shoulder. When my knee touch the floor, I long step. When I get here, I cannot stop. I need to walk towards the hips. Look how my chest pushing him, and I get here, look, in this position. Okay, when everything is nice and tight, look. And I walk my hands to break this grip. And then I control. Go, Mark. Okay? Super important, guys. When you long step, you know the bottom leg is free. It's important to walk towards the leg in order to don't let the guy replace the bottom leg. Super important. Okay? So again. So you escape. The person is going to stretch this leg. You walk to the side. You place your knee on top of the leg and you close. Look how I bring the leg with me. Don't leave it open here. Bring the leg with you. You jump over the leg. When you break the grip, you hug. You long step. And you don't stop here. Your hips slide a little bit up and you start to walk towards the hips. Look at the way how I walk. Look. You see how my hips is still sideways, right? Okay? If you square, the bottom leg is going to come in through. Okay? Look at how I'm sideways, and I use my legs to kill his hips. Look. You see how my knees underneath? Look. And then I walk my hands, and then I have the touch. You guys gonna say again? One more time? Yes or no? You start from regular spider. The person break the grip. When the person get the lasso, circle your hands. First step. Right? Close everything. Look. Walk to the side. Place your knee on top of the leg. When you palm it, you move it forward. Okay, you hug, you long step. When you get here, look, I slide my hips back first. Okay, just so you don't get cut, and I walk towards the hips. Here. Every time I walk towards the hips, I apply pressure on the shoulder, and then I walk my hands. Place your hands on the floor and walk your hands to break the grip. Okay? You guys got it? Yes? Any questions? No? Let's do 3 times each. Okay, switch bottom top. Work your better, like the side you feel more comfortable, knee cut. Just to start to feel comfortable in the position, and then if you want to work the bad side, you work your bad side. Okay? 1, 2. Any questions? Yes, sir.
When you finish pass, are you usually going to go to traditional side control, or do you stay?
No, I don't. Bella made the same question. I prefer a million times like face the leg like this than being regular side control. I feel I have a way more options. I always slide as high as I can back, and I keep my head, I hide my head down, and I keep control of the legs. I feel here the person's exposed way more submission attacks and back takes. You know, I don't like to be in regular side control, especially during this transition, because I know as I pass, if I square, if the person's gonna explode, I prefer to stay here. But that is up to you. It's just my game. It's the way how I like to be during the fight. Okay? I prefer to face the legs than like be square. If you watch it like when I'm rolling, I'm more here or here the most of the time. I don't like to be too much like in regular side control. But that is up to you. The only thing you guys cannot missing is you escape, you long step. Boom. It's this way. I feel here. If you believe like you're already free, you're not free yet. If you square from here, the person still have a chance to put the bottom leg, and now he's using his knee to, then what's going to happen? Your grip, or the grip is going to re-grip, or the person is going to let it go and do something else. Okay, so when I long step, I slide back and I slide towards the hips. I want to kill the bottom leg, and then I walk my hands. Professor Boca made a question like, the person on bottom, when you circle, he's going to keep this grip or he's going to re-grip? The most of the time he's going to re-grip. But when the person re-grip, try to re-grip. I'm already here. That makes sense? Or if I feel it's too loose, I just drag the leg. You know, the most important is escape from the lasso. The lasso guard is annoying. It's annoying. You don't want to be stuck in lasso. It's annoying. It's hard to escape, and the person has a bunch of attacks. The most of the attacks is the submission attacks. You know, you don't want to be like in that situation when you are stuck. Okay? So when you learn how to escape from spider lasso, it's always important to say that you're always going to try to circle your hands first, but sometimes you're going to be stuck, and that's what you guys are going to see right now. Now the approach is different. Let's say he's got the lasso and I'm stuck here. Now, more space I give to him, like more like this I am, better to him attack. Okay? What I like to do, I like to stay as small as possible. Okay? I like to place my knee close to the hips to prevent the triangle omoplata, and I like to pulse and be more in this position. Even if he's stretching me out, I'm gonna try to stay as small as possible. Less space I give, better you be. Okay? About the grips, don't leave your hands in the air. You need to make a grip. So I prefer to grab the collar. Sometimes look, now the collar is so hard to grab. If it's hard to grab, I grab the belt. So you guys can use the grip palm down or palm up. I have been using more this grip. Me and Will, you was talk about this last Tuesday, right, Professor? About this grip, like this grip here, give you more opportunity to close your elbow than the other one. I use more this grip, palm up. Okay, but it's up to you. Both grips is good. Palm down or palm up. And you close your elbow. Back in the time I used more like this. I have been using way more like palm up now. I feel it's better pulling here. But my favorite grip is the collar, but sometimes it's hard to make. Okay? Alright. When you get stuck in spider lasso, the first thing you have to do is escape from the spider. Forget about the lasso. You're stuck here, the first you need to care about is the leg of the spider. If you think too much about the lasso, that's when the person starts to create off balance. You get stuck, you cannot free your hands, it's the spider first, okay? So always keep this in mind. It's a concept you use all the time. It's important to remember when you hear, okay? You're stuck in spider lasso. The most of the time the person is going to stretch out and is going to try to bring me over him. I need to be aware about this, okay? I need to always, if he's trying to bring me up, I need to move back, okay? I have two ways to use like exactly the same way. I can use my knee across and I can use the same side. In this situation, I prefer to use the same side and I'm going to explain why, okay? So what I do, I'm going to place my knee behind his leg, but pay attention how I don't step here. Because if I step here, it's so easy to him switch the grip and grab my ankle. Then I'm going to be stuck in De La Riva and Lasso. And this is it's so hard to say, right? It's too much control. I don't want to get stuck there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to place my knee, but I'm going to hide my foot. I'm going to kind of like stack his leg for 1 second, just to release the pressure, put the pressure, just to release the pressure and circle my leg, my hands. When I circle my hands, the most of the time, the person is going to keep holding the grip. I need to break this grip. I go 1, I circle, and I step. Look. When I step and I pull in the same time. Super important, don't keep your leg in the air like this. Because if the person slide the leg, you guys gonna be in single leg X with the lasso. Okay, when you step, you need to make sure your heel is on the floor and your toes curve the leg. You need to pin the leg. Okay, what's gonna happen here? The person will make this look super strong. Okay, so let's say, what happens if you find a way to replace? Then you need to control the leg again. Okay, but if you'll be able to control the leg and pin, you guys are gonna have opportunity to pass. Okay? I see a lot of people try to leg drag like this here. It's not gonna work, right? The leg is too tight. What I have to do, I need to posture up and use a C grip close to his foot. Here. You guys see my grip? So here. I posture up like a deadlift. I keep my leg extend here to pin the leg. I go here first, okay? Push the leg down. And then I use my shoulder to drag the leg. So look, first is down. Then my shoulder drag the leg. And I start to get close. Okay? The other important detail, don't try to go too much away from the guy, like this. Because then the person repounding the leg and start to replace the guard. I like to keep the pin. I go here. I like to keep the pin. And one grip I start to use against belly in specific training, and I start to use every day in training, and that helps me a lot to break this grip. I do this, look. I bring my elbow out, look my elbow. My elbow go out, and I make this grip here, look. Like this. I go here, look. Elbow out, and I make this grip here. As soon as I start to open my elbow, look how it's hard to keep, right? It's really hard to keep the grip, and even if the person keep, there's nothing he can do because I have a grip. If the person keep holding, I like to stack. These hands here go to the butt and I start to stack. Okay. Of course, from here really depends on what reaction he's gonna do. The most of the time the person is gonna try to do this. Then I go to my knee and I leg drag. When the person is not flexible, he's gonna try to turn, like turn like your shoulder. Then you're gonna attack the back. Really depends on reaction the person you do. Okay? Well, the way how you're gonna finish. The most important is the way how you escape, okay? First you get your grips. Or I grab the belt, palm up or palm down, or I grab the collar. Close your elbows, okay? Try to always close your elbows to try to prevent the omoplata, okay? The person, you extend this leg very hard. First thing you have to do is escape from the spine. Place your knee behind, push down, circle. As soon as you circle, don't stop. Step and break. Same time you step, you bring your arm up. So you're gonna get here. Now, C grip. Push the leg down and try to drop your shoulder. Look how I drop my shoulder right here, look. 1, 2. When I get here, look, my elbow starts to go out, look. I let it go the grip and I start to go. I go here, look. Elbow, and I go here. I make this C grip. Okay, now this grip go here. I start to stack. If the person starts to place the leg on the floor and try to get back, I go here. And then I like grip. If you leg drag here, make sure you pinch your knees on the back, you apply pressure down, okay? Don't go here, cut the legs. Apply pressure down and bring the guy to your hips. And then you grab the collar and you pass. Okay? If the person turn, we just on the back. Okay? Just one more time. I know it's a lot, guys, but to deal with this guy, you guys know how it is spider lasso. You guys gonna do specific training after. It's annoying. Take time, you need to stay calm and work step by step. If you rush, it's the type of situation, one thing you end up in bad position. Okay? So he's here. First, you get a grip. Stay nice and low. Close your elbows. Stay super tight. Now you go. 1, 2, up, break. Use your heels on top of the leg. Now I go here, look. Posture up, C grip. Push the leg down and start to push the joelho. And start to drop your elbow, your shoulder, behind the leg. Now look at my elbow. I open my elbow and I go here, look. If the person let go the grip, let go. Start to attack. Start to step. Okay? If the person is flexible, they're gonna post the toes on the floor and it's gonna start to get back. Then when you go here, and then you drag. Okay? The drag again. Push down and bring the hips over left. Grab the collar and pass.